Hello, everybody. Welcome to our program today. Um, Today is one of those days when you are happy, but then you are sad. Okay, and in a short while, we're going to understand why we are happy and we are sad. Please go ahead and share this video. Invite as many people as possible and let us discuss about this very, very important topic to every freedom loving person in Nigeria. So please do me a favor, share this video, and I'll be back very, very soon. We have very, very important guests in the house today who will be throwing a lot of light on what is going on. So please do me a favor, take 5 minutes and invite people to this important discussion. We're going to have the lawyers who are handling the case come and speak to us. We're going to have other comrades who have knowledge about what is going on come and speak to us. So please do me a favor and share this broadcast now. Hello, everybody. My name is Dr. Chidi, welcoming you back again to this program. A couple of weeks now, the government of Tinubu has been demonstrating what we know it to be, but what a lot of people have been denying. And whenever we talk about the government, people think, oh, you just don't want to accept the fact that there is a new headmaster in town. No, that's not what we're talking about. What we're saying is that we understand who this headmaster is. What we're saying is that we know his antecedents. What we're saying is that we know what he is capable of doing. We were saying that before now, and we are just trying to remind you that he's doing what we already told you he was going to do. He has shown himself through all manner of extrajudicial treatments that citizens have been receiving. And they've been doing this through so many arms of the government, especially the judiciary. We have just witnessed delivery to me coming to court. And if not for the pressure mounted by comrades, his bail bond hearing would have been trashed. But because of the resistance of comrades all over the world, we held Zoom meetings, we did a protest, we opened WhatsApp groups, we went to Amnesty International. Because of all that pressure, they succumbed and they granted Dele Faratomi bail. But now we are turning our attention to equally another disturbing story of a comrade and a sister Nurse Thomas Olamide, who right now as I speak with you is in Kuje prisons. And what the government has told us was that she was cyberbullying, using their new draconian law, which is just a camouflage for witch hunting people who are opposing the government or opposing politicians. They are trying to, hold her down under the cybercrime law. And that is why she is in Kuje prisons, or so they made us think. Today we're going to hear the real story behind the story that you're hearing now about her incarceration in Kuje prison. I am not a lawyer. I am a member of the Take It Back movement, Revolution Now movement, and the African Action Congress. So the lady in question is a member of the Take It Back movement. So I am on a lot of platforms where discussions have been happening and mobilization is being made to support her. And so what I know about the case is like every other person who is a member of these groups. But I have people who are knowledgeable, about the judicial system in Nigeria. Not just that they are knowledgeable, they are people who are practicing in this system. And they are not just people who just know about the system. They are activists themselves. They are human rights people. So it's not just that they practice law, but there are people who are personally committed to fighting for people who are marginalized, who are defenseless. So it is a privilege for me to have people in the studio who know about the case to be able to tell us exactly what they know about this case. The first person I'm going to bring in is Dr. S.M. Oyeghe. I also have Joseph Opute Esquire in the house. Anyway, I'm going to bring both of them up so that they can greet our viewers. Gentlemen, you're welcome.
Thank you so much, Dr. Chidi. Great viewers, thank you so much. It's my pleasure having you. As rightly introduced by the host, Dr. Chidi, I'm Dr. S.M. Oyeghe. It's my pleasure being here. Thank you so much.
Okay, you're welcome. Joseph Opute Esquire, you're welcome, sir. Please introduce yourself formally. Can you unmute yourself, Joseph?
Hello? Hello?
Yes.
Good evening.
Yes, good evening, Joseph.
Yeah,
Good evening, sir. We can hear you.
Not very clear. I am having some difficulty with the audio from your end. So I'm trying to resolve it so that I'll be able to participate in this discourse.
Okay, awesome. Are you using any earpiece?
No. I'm not using an earpiece. I just feel that maybe it's a technical problem.
Okay,
So
no
while my
problem.
learned friend,
you can log off.
takes a bite at the cherry, I will try to resolve the technical issue I have from my end, and then I'll take it up from there.
Great, thank you so much. So you can log off and then fix it and log back in. Thank you very much. Okay, so Barrister Dr. S.M. Oyeghe, please, we're not getting enough light. I don't know if it is possible to have more light on you. Do you have any table lamp that can, or you can face If you're facing a window, you probably get more light. Oh yeah, it's something like if you turn around, if you face a window, if you're looking at a window, it will be better. If your face is directly looking at a window, I see a window behind you. No, you have to be looking at the window. You have to be looking at the window. If you turn around, yeah, so the light from the window will be on your face. Perfect. You see that? I can't hear you. Your mic is off. Sorry, your mic is off.
Okay, is this better?
Yes, it's better. Yes, once there's light on your face, it's always better.
Okay, that's fine.
You see that? You see the window to your left? That window to your left is actually well lit up. If you turn to the window on your left, there's a window on your left, sir.
Yeah, there is.
No. You're moving away from it. If you turn around and you're facing that window, yes, good, perfect.
I'm facing the window now.
Okay, awesome. This is good. This is good enough. This is good enough. Thank you very much. Thank you. So, Dr. Oyeghe, please, for the benefit of people who don't understand the case of Nostradamus Olamide, can you please, in a nutshell, tell us exactly what is the case with her?
Thank you, Dr. Chidi. Now, in a nutshell, let me start by introducing who activist Olamide is. Olamide is a social activist. She is a member of the Take It Back movement. Now, of course, as we all may know, sometime precisely on the 20th of October 2020, the good citizens of Nigeria took to the streets where they protested against the human rights violation, the activities of a sect in the Nigerian police force called the SAS, the Special Anti-Robbery Squad, abbreviated as SAS. So on the 20th of October, well, I personally was part of the protest. We took to the street, we protested for the abolition, for the scrapping of the stars. And that protest lingered for several days, as a result of which innocent, harmless, peaceful Nigerians were killed at the Lekki toll gates. Since then, the 20th of October has been symbolic in the history of civil rights movement in Nigeria. As a matter of fact, every 20th of October, peaceful Nigerians enter the street, engage in what we call procession. And what is that procession all about? It's a procession in remembrance of our fallen heroes. Who are our fallen heroes? Those that the innocent, harmless Nigerians that were killed during the 20th October 2020 NSAS protest. So in the year 2024, on the 20th of October 2024, as usual, in fact, for me, it's a ritual now. Nigerians took to the streets where they engage in a peaceful procession. It's not a protest anymore. The protest had been done and concluded. So since 2020, so every other event is what we call procession. So Nigerians engage in that peaceful procession. And our client, activist Olamide Thomas, was one of those those who engaged in that peaceful procession. Sadly, they were attacked by armed officers of the Nigerian police force. Tear gas canisters was shot on her directly, on her leg. In fact, she couldn't even walk, that she had to be assisted by other members of the movement. During that period, she ventilated her remonstrance. And so why Nigerians, including herself, should be treated that way? And she was arrested, detained, and taken to a divisional police office, and thereafter to the command in Lagos. And subsequently, she was transferred to Abuja. But let me say this, that she wasn't arrested as, okay, before I get to that, on that 20th of October, she was released based on intervention, based on the assistance of human rights lawyers, members of the civil society, she regained her freedom. Subsequently, she raised an alarm that the Nigerian police force are trailing her. They're trying to arrest her. It's all over. You can fact check all of this. She raised alarm that the attempts to arrest her, when all attempts to arrest her proved abortive, they arrested her, they called her uncle to tell him that there's a contract for him. And when he got there, he was arrested. And when he was arrested, the condition for his release was that he should make sure he brings Olamide to the force, to them, because he is not a prime target. They only arrested him as a platform, as a tool to get Olamide. On that basis, he called Olamide to ask where she is, and she told him she's at home. He asked how is the mother. She said the mother is fine and was sleeping. That was on 14th of December 2024. To our surprise, at the early hours of that same day, around 4:30 a.m., the uncle came knocking at the house. And when she heard his voice, she opened. And when she opened, she realized that he was not alone. He was in company of officers. And that was how she was arrested.
Now,
That was how she was arrested.
let me ask a quick question.
Yes, sir.
Did within this time period, did Olamide change her residence?
She did not change her residence.
So
she did not, but before her arrest, in the past few years, she was living with the uncle, but she had moved to her personal residence, right? But
yes.
as at the time of the arrest, she went to visit her because she was on leave in her work. So she went to visit her mom, and her uncle knows where she lives with her mom at Shomolu, Lagos State.
Okay, because I'm
so
wondering.
It came, and then she was on the 14th, Friday, 14th of December, she was bundled, not arrested. She was bundled like a criminal. In fact, she was wearing a nightgown because it was a sleeping hour. So she made it known that.
Sorry, Barca. You know why I'm asking this question? Because
yes, sir.
This sounds like a typical story of when the police is investigating a criminal and they're planning a sting operation and they've put an alert and the criminal is wanted, so they now have to bring somebody to be able to go. And so I'm wondering, why all that? Why did they try to invite her? Why did they have to use this method?
Now, Tommy, if you ask me, that is one of the problems of the Nigerian police force, because, like as Olamide has always stated, mind you, she was arrested on 20th of October. The first PRO, Mr. Benjamin in Lagos, has her contact details. Most of the officers have her contact detail, and as Olamide has revealed to us, even the first PRO, Prince Adejobi, cannot say he doesn't have her contact details. To me, these are part of the dramas. I'm even coming to that. These are part of the dramas. But in any case, like I said, they decided to take that route, and she was eventually arrested. And when she was taken to the area command, on the basis of for the fact that she was arrested, her uncle was released. They made it known to him that they had no business with him. They only used him as a bait to hold Olamide. And she was eventually arrested on 13th of December. On 13th, Friday, 13th of December, 2024. And on the next day, being 14th, she was brought to Lagos, to Abuja. So that is what we need to know. And then she was in the custody of the First Criminal Investigation Department, Abuja area 10, precisely at Abuja. But the department or the units in charge of the matter is what we call the Nigerian Police Force National Cybercrime Center. So that is the department or the unit, in handling the matter. But as we will reveal subsequently, it is pertinent to note that since she came to Abuja, in fact, I was contacted on Sunday, but it was very late in the night. It was around 9 o'clock. I said there may be no basis to go visit her at 9 in the night, but I will be there the next day, being Monday, and we're there. We will explain, but at least the question that was asked has been settled. But as we progress, we will explain our what we encountered in the course of this matter. But that's what we need to know about Olamide, that she was arrested first on the 20th of October and again on the 13th of October, and she's currently in Abuja.
All right.
Most important.
Okay, go ahead.
It is pertinent to know that Olamide is not a common criminal. She's just a Nigerian who's interested in a better Nigeria, because this is the only country we can call our own. And most importantly, she's a registered and a licensed nurse. That information is very clear. She's a nurse, a professional.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Joseph, please, what have they said is the crime of Olamide?
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right. Thank you for hosting this space. And I want to appreciate you for the efforts you have put together in ensuring that some of the issues in Nigeria are highlighted so that we can have a society that we can all be proud of. So, straight to your question, according to the chat sheet that is available in public domain, I want to thank my colleague, the tireless Dr. Oyeghe, who has been following the matter from the minutes that Olamide was brought into Abuja. I want to appreciate his diligence in the matter, and he has been giving regular updates, ensuring that we get all the perspective to the matter. So the updates that we can get based on what we have in public domain is that Olamide is being held for cyberbullying. According to the Nigerian police, they now have a law which I do not think that is in consonance with the Cyber Crimes Act that I know, that has given them sweeping powers to arbitrarily detain Nigerians under the provisions of Section 4 or Section 24, sorry, of the Cyber Crimes Act. So Olamide is being held in detention as we speak. She's been charged to court. She's currently in prison as we speak, and she's been held for cyberbullying. According to the charge sheet that is available to us, she's alleged to have cyberbullied Seyi Tinubu, cyberbullied Inspector General of Police, cyberbullied the police force PRO, and that for that reason, they have found it very fitting to charge her before a court of law and then make her go to prison. Now, there are some very critical points that I want to highlight. The first thing I want to highlight is that this current Nigerian police, especially under the APC, has demonstrated that it is very indolent and does not know how to utilize public funds for the good of Nigerians. How on earth will a Nigerian police force use his entire might to go after a weak and defenseless citizen like Olamide? The Olamide that we talk about is in Lagos State. The Nigerian police force in Lagos State could have sent an invitation to her. And because she's a registered nurse and a professional, she would have honored their invitation. No invitation was sent to her. Mr. Benjamin Hundeyin has Olamide's phone number. As a matter of fact, it was Benjamin Hundeyin that obliged the first PRO Olamide's number. We have a Nigerian police force in Lagos State. In fact, we have 3 different high-powered police formations in Lagos State. We have the Commissioner of Police Office at Ikeja. We have the Inspector General of Police Annex at Alagbo. We have Assistant Inspector General of Police at Zone 2. So we have 3 three very high-powered police formation that could have sent an invitation to Olamide, and she would have honored the invitation. No invitation was sent to her. The Nigerian police, wasting public funds and public resources, tracked Olamide all the way from Abuja. This is a Nigerian police that is incapable of tracking bandits, terrorists, and kidnappers. Early this year, my nephew, the wife of my nephew, was robbed in Lagos State. Her gold jewelry, her diamond wedding ring, her iPad, her iWatch, and almost 1 million naira was taken from her account. I wrote a petition to the Nigerian police in the police command office in Ikeja. My brother, up till now, as we speak, this indolent Nigerian police has not been able to track the perpetrators of that heist. As we speak, the Nigerian police force has not written one letter to me to say we are in receipt of your petition. Come with your clients and write statements so we can track the perpetrators. This current Nigerian police is incapable of using the Nigerian resources at its disposal and its manpower doing anything that is good. I dare say, and I'm bold to say, that this current Nigerian police under the APC is not capable of using the resources at its disposal to do anything good. They cannot. As we speak, this is almost 4 months that I wrote to the Commissioner of Police about the dispossession of my nephew's wife of her valuables. As we speak till date, the Nigerian police has not attended to that matter. They don't have the capacity to track the perpetrators, but they have the capacity to track those who dissent. And dissent is a cornerstone of every democracy. You cannot pretend that you have a democracy and then you are not going to allow the voices of dissent to be heard. It is tantamount to saying that you are in a dictatorship, and some of us refuse to live under a dictatorship. And that's why we are speaking out, that this current Nigerian police, with all the enormous resources and might that it has, it is not capable of using it to do anything good. It is not capable of using it to do anything profitable. You cannot write a petition to the Nigerian police that people are kidnapped and they will swiftly respond. You cannot run to the Nigerian police that bandits are on the prowl and they will respond. You cannot write to the Nigerian police that terrorists are on the prowl and they will respond. But when the Nigerian police hears that you dissent, when they hear that you hold a contrary view to the misgovernance that is currently ongoing, they have the capacity to track, they have the capacity to rendition, they have the capacity to charge to court. That is what this case has demonstrated. I am a victim too of the Nigerian state, and that is why I'm speaking out. How can the Nigerian police be incapable of using all the enormous might at its disposal to go after the real criminals that are making this country very, very insecure? But they have the capacity, the time, the resources, the energy, the manpower to go after a defenseless citizen under the guise that she cyberbullied this high-powered individual. When you look at the people that she was allegedly said to have cyberbullied, it makes a mockery of the whole thing. Can anybody cyberbully Seyi Tinubu with all the enormous police protection around him? Can anybody cyberbully Egbetoku with all these enormous resources of the police around him? Can anyone bully Adejobi with all the enormous resources at his disposal? The arrest and the rendition of Olamide from Lagos to Abuja. She was arrested on a Friday, taken to Abuja, kept in police detention for about 5 to 6 days. In fact, before the police eventually decided to take her to court, they had violated her right for 7 days. What is the offense? That she had to be detained for 7 days before she was eventually brought to court as a result of the tireless effort of my learned friend, who kept going there to ensure that her rights are not violated. They hurriedly took her to court on a Friday so that it is impossible for her to be able to get bail. And then, number two, the Olamide issues also exposes the judiciary that I am a part of. I am not proud as a practitioner to say that the Nigerian judicial system is capable of giving justice to the Nigerian people. What the Nigerian judiciary continues to show is that we have two sets of standards. Those who are super rich and are in government, they are the ones who can have justice. Those who are defenseless and are weak are the ones who can get judgment. So
Joseph,
the Nigerian judiciary.
Joseph, I'm going to come back to you. Let me go to
Yes.
Dr. Oyeghe. Please make us understand. Olamide is now in Abuja, taken from Lagos, taken all the way to Abuja for beating up the president's son, or for beating up the IG of police, or for, like, what did he really do to them? Or is it just that she wrote something on her phone, like she just tweeted something or text something, or what describe this criminal act against the president's son, against the son of the king? Help us understand, because when I'm hearing cyberbullying, some of us, I didn't go to school. I think cyberbullying is when somebody has a knife. There's a knife called cyberbullying, and you're carrying it to chase somebody, and the person is falling, and then the person falls, and then you're trying to hit them with cyber, and then you're bullying them, punching them. They come and say, "Oh yeah, two fighting, separate yourself." Then they now call police to carry her to go to Abuja, and the IG of police is one small boy in our area that every time he goes to attack him, and he's crying and say, "Olamide, leave this boy, you leave IG of police." So, and then IG of police now with Sheyi Tinubu, all of them now run to police station. I say, what's happening? He says, Olamide. Is this the kind of people that we're talking about? Please help me understand.
Dr. Chidi, thank you so much. In a very, in the most caricature manner, you've actually explained it. But let me say this very clearly.
Yeah.
They are saying Olamide was not armed with any device.
Mm-hmm.
They are saying that, just like we are having this discussion across the social media, they are alleging that Olamide made a communication or a publication on social media.
Mm-hmm.
The exact social media platform was not mentioned. I don't know it. Maybe the police may know. We don't know the social media. It could be Facebook, it could be WhatsApp. According to them, she made a remark to say, "Oh, Mr. Sheyi Tinubu, misfortune will fall your family and you will die this year." The same thing to the IGP. The article we are talking about, mind you, is the IGP, the number one police officer in this country. And then the third is the first PRO, Prince Adejobi. They are saying she was not armed, that she made a publication. Dr. Chidi, I don't know the exact publication, whether it is written or video. But what is important is that she made a communication. Just as you are now, Dr. Chidi. I can say, Dr. Chidi, you are not a nice person. You are wicked. And for that, your wicked attitude, misfortune will befall your family. Dr. Chidi, that is the allegation. That is the issue, Dr. Chidi. We have circulated the charge. It's not easy. We have circulated the charge.
Please let me say this now, that everybody that is causing people to die in Nigeria, all of you, death will befall you in the name of Jesus. Anybody whose hand is there, from Tinubu to anybody else, whether you're in my family, whether you're in APC, whether, sure, if you're causing people to die, then may death befall you. Anybody, Chidi, if you're causing people to die, may death befall you. If you're not causing people to die, it no concern you now. That's how they talk. That's how we talk. If you don't have any cockroach in your cupboard, why are you afraid? I remember one day I told one woman, I said, Madam, you go die one day. The woman said, no, God forbid. I said, if you meet self, I go die. Why? I'm not cursing you. I'm telling you a statement of fact. Why is death? You're not afraid of death if there's nothing for you to be afraid of. But what I'm seeing here is, anyway, you guys, you know the law. Maybe we should talk more about this cyber crime law, because it's looking to me like it is something. I don't even know how we let it pass through the cracks, but it looks to me like it is something that these guys have conveniently, allowed to prevail, so that they will use that as a means, as a tool to be able to lock up their opponent. Isn't that what it is? And
Dr. Chidi, if you ask me, what the charge, I would not want to speak to the merit of the charge, particularly, but from what we are seeing, the real intent of the Cybercrime Act, is being abused. The real intent of the Cybercrime Act is to sanitize the cyberspace, to avoid a situation where people will use the cyberspace to assault, to intimidate, to blackmail people. Not mere honest comments. Remember, the Cybercrime Act did not replace the place of defamation, civil defamation. If, for example, I say you are a stupid man, you will die. Remember, the law of defamation, being a civil offense, is still there. The law of defamation is simple. If I communicate a statement in word or in writing, which statement is untrue, to the hearing of a third party, that statement is capable of diminishing the image of the defendant, that's the person whom I made the statement against, I have committed a civil wrong called defamation. So if you feel that there are statements I have made across social media that are wrong, the law of civil defamation is there. Why criminalizing civil matters? That is what they have done. And in this case, like we've all known, this is a matter where the mighty are fighting, harmless, innocent Nigerian citizens because they feel she has nobody. That is what she has done. And I will give you an example. Sir, since I was called on Sunday, on Monday, I was at me and my team, really. Mr. Larry, thank you, you are here. B.O.B. was there. My colleague, Mr. Ernest Esquire. We were all, on Monday, we were at the FCID and at the Cybercrime Center. On Tuesday, we were there. On Wednesday, we were there. On Thursday, we were there. Sir, what we have seen is clearly a scenario where the police are trying to exhibit high-handedness. We were denied access to our client on several occasions. Apart from Monday, where she said we were there all throughout Monday, the IPO was evasive. The IPO refused to disclose or identify identity as the IPO all throughout Monday until we had left the station. That was when they decided to take the statement of Olamide, and she said, no, I cannot do that without my counsel. Because of that singular request, on Tuesday they refused to take a statement. It was after several publications that on Wednesday they called that they decided to take a statement, which they did not. They finally took a statement on Thursday. This was someone that was arrested and detained since Friday. Why did it take them so long? It was after we filed the fundamental rights suit that they decided to charge her for cyber stalking, for cyber bullying. So you with this, sir, you will know the mindset and the antecedent of the police. Possibly they are doing this to massage the ego of Mr. Sheikh Tinubu, possibly to get favor. We don't know. But one thing is important. When you look at the caliber of persons involved in this matter, you should be able to know the mind of the force. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Mr. Oyeghe. Let me bring in Comrade Larry. Larry, I know you follow this case, and you are one of our comrades. Please let us understand how Comrade Olamide is feeling. What's her state of mind? They do these things. When they do it, they want to break you. They want to make you scatter. But let us know how she is feeling. Even also let us know, we heard about when she fainted in court. We hear about some health challenges that she is having. So tell us about all of that, but most importantly, how she's holding up.
Yeah, good evening, Dr. Chidi. Can you hear me?
Good evening, Larry. Yes, I can hear you clearly.
Yeah, I think the essence of this is to try as much as possible to intimidate her.
Speak up a little bit, Larry.
What they are.
Sorry, I made you hang. Sorry, it's hanging now. Guys, this happens with the internet in Nigeria. When it comes back, this is the beautiful. This is what happens in the beautiful country that we are not allowed to talk. We are not. I don't even want to say. You see, now I can't even say that the internet is bad in Nigeria, because that could turn to cyberbullying.
It will definitely turn to.
Yeah. Tinubu is doing wonderfully well. The internet is working very perfectly. The internet doesn't hang. The internet is one of the best in the world. Tinubu has put best internet in the whole wide world. Please, I don't want to be cyberbullying anybody. Actually, now they hear me now. I say the internet, even when it's hanging, is the new method of internet. That's how internet is supposed to work now. When people talk, it will hang, but that's the level of sophistication that Tinubu government has brought in. So please, I want everybody to know. So please, let us continue. I was going to ask the kind of conditions because if I begin to talk about what's obtainable here, people will say, "Oh, Chidi, don't compare apples and oranges." But there are very basic things that you expect when there is a case that is being handled by a government established department. These people, now we get them more. They are public servants, like police. Are they not public servants? Are they not people that we pay? Is it not from our taxes that they are paid? Are they not supposed to be working for us? So they are people who have paid to take care of us. But I want people to understand how Olamide has been treated so far. Larry, it looks like you're back. Your mic is off, Larry.
Okay, yeah, can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you.
There is something I want to say very fast.
Okay.
If you check in the nurse industry, Olamide have always been a vulgar nurse in speaking against injustice that is going on within us. There was a particular struggle that they wanted to stop Nigerian nurses from traveling or from traveling out to go and do their nursing and other things. It was Olamide that fought for those things. That's why they were not able to make sure that Nigerian nurse doesn't practice outside the country. And so many other things. So
let me ask you, Larry. Let me ask you: is there an association of Nigerian nurses in Nigeria?
Yes, there's an association.
What are they doing about this?
Now, this is
that everybody's afraid to talk in Nigeria now?
Maybe everybody is afraid, but currently it is Olamide that have actually been outspoken in the nurse association of nurse. So this is not just a cyber this thing, but also to demobilize her from doing other things, also speaking out or speaking truth to power. So it has gone beyond just the normal conversation of cyber talking, and there's nothing like in the law of Nigeria that is says cyber talk, including the police PPR say it even before now that there is no law like that. But what they are trying as much as possible to do is target any voice that is speaking against dictatorship. I visited her today in prison, and she's
We're not hearing you again, no, Larry. I think something is
can you
covering
hear
your
me?
mic.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
No, something is covering your mic. It's not very clear anymore.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you perfectly now.
So I visited her in prison today. She
Okay.
was strong, and she also told me that she's not going to give up, that once she's out, she's going to expose them more. So the essence of this is they just want to shut her up, nothing more. They just wanted to weaken her to make sure that, yeah, we have power, we can do this, we can do that. Including the police, they know that they don't have a case. They know. But what they are trying as much as possible to do, I think, is, or I know is, they are trying as much as possible to to go after any voice that is going out for any oppressor,
Yeah, because
any
I don't
voice.
think with Delefaro to me happening and Olamide now happening, I think this is, every government comes out with its own system. We've seen that doing Abacha. We saw that doing Buhari. A lot of people are still missing because of the activities of Buhari's government. So it looks like they don't want people to complain. They don't want people to say anything. I think they want to use as an example, as a scapegoat. If they succeed, then they will be more empowered to go after anybody that complains.
They are,
We're not
Dr.
supposed
Chidi,
to
they are not going
complain.
to succeed.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying now. That's what they are hoping. That's why
Yeah,
they
we won't.
that's why they are selecting.
They should ask Buhari government.
What I would have wanted our lawyers to help me understand is, okay, cyberbullying, which one is more lethal? Which one is more dangerous?
Dr.
When
Chidi.
somebody, I'm coming,
Chidi,
Larry,
okay.
I'm coming. When somebody attacks you, even verbally, because this cyber is it's something virtual, okay? The person is not with you. Maybe they did a video, they did a text, they sent a picture, whatever. They did a post. It's virtual. But how about when the Nigerian police looks you straight in the face and say, I will shoot you, I will kill you, and nothing will happen? Is that bullying? Remember when
that's threat to life.
you understand? But nothing is done. Every day is happening in our police checkpoint. Police will stop you and say, if you talk now, I will shoot you. And you cock his
Nothing will
gun.
happen.
We saw it, we've seen it on so many videos. They'll cock their gun. I will shoot you. That shooting is not bullying, Abi. What about when he says, I will kill you? They are saying it and they are holding a weapon, because if you heard the lawyer said that they have said that Olumide does not have a weapon. So I'm wondering, how come the policeman who has a weapon and actually says, I am going to kill you, isn't that intent to commit crime? And there is evidence that is capable of doing that. How come we are not seeing those kind of things? Since we want to be very legal in what we're doing.
The Nigerian police system currently is Nigerian POS force. The only thing they know how to do is to extort from the Nigerian people on the daily basis. And anybody that is trying as much as possible to speak out on the extortion that they are doing to Nigerian people, they will go after them. Like I've said, the current Nigerian police is not there to protect you. The Nigerian police is there to extort from you, and if you talk, they will kill you and they will tell you that nothing is going to happen. But let me tell the Nigerian police something today, that something bigger than NSAS is coming. They should be careful. And I'm telling them straight that if they did not release Olamide, Thomas, they should be ready for more cause, because they feel that the cause is cyberbullying will cause the hair out of them, because there is no law that says cursing is a crime. It
First
is
of
not.
all, Larry, let me, while we're at this, and I'm waiting for our lawyers to come back to explain this thing I said about physically bullying someone and cyberbullying, which one is more dangerous. Talking about bullying, I remember I see your friend in court now running up and down, and I'm laughing. I remember that some time ago, a friend of yours was bullying you and sending people to flog you in their states. And right now, he never thought that he could be arrested. Tell me about how you feel about your friend, the former Kogi State governor, and what he's going through now, and how they bullied you when you were there. I think your picture has frozen again. Okay. The picture has frozen, but I can't talk about the bad internet in Nigeria because it will be cyberbullying and the police will come and arrest me in Toronto and take me to Abuja. So please, even though Larry is frozen, even though there's poor internet in Nigeria, but it's good. It's good though. The internet is good. Frozen internet is better. Frozen internet is just like frozen fish. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just frozen. So please, internet is good in Nigeria. The internet that is freezing in Nigeria is it's the better internet. In fact, it's better than our own here in Canada. It's the dividend of Tinubu government. So please let nobody come and arrest me that I said that internet is bad in Nigeria. But now we have Barrister Joseph here. While the internet allows us, please, Joseph, explain to me which one is more important. The bullying that is done online, virtually, and a policeman with a gun, a rifle, points the gun at you and says, I will shoot you, I will kill you. Which one is more important? And which one should be more deadly and quickly intervene upon?
Well, the answer is already in the question, because if a man wields a gun and points the gun at me and says he's going to truncate my life, and then another man from maybe in another completely different geographical sphere makes a publication saying he's going to kill me, I would take the threat of the man that is wielding a gun seriously, because he's capable of carrying it out. But I would take the threat of the man who is threatening me via the social media space as of no consequence, because we do not have any physical contact. So the point is that everything that has happened in this Olamide's case has exposed the Nigerian police as an institution that majors in the minor and minors in the major, because we have very pressing security challenges in this country. Is Olamide the problem and the preoccupation of the IG? In a same country, the IG should have been fired by now, because what the IG is doing, or the entire police force is doing, is like a hunter who leaves an elephant that he has killed and then drops the elephant on the ground and is looking for rabbits. He's looking for
grasshopper. Even.
That is exactly what the Nigerian police is doing. Is Olamide the problem of banditry? Is Olamide the problem of insecurity? Is Olamide the problem of the declining naira?
But
Recently,
I'll tell you something, Joseph. Sorry to cut you here.
yes,
This is a revelation for all freedom fighters. this is a revelation for all freedom fighters, that there is insurgency in the Northeast, right? There is banditry everywhere. There is clashes uh, between herdsmen and terrorist activities all over the place. There's gross insecurity. There's food shortage. There's the health sector is collapsed. The economy is collapsed. But all of these things does not make the government lose sleep. Can you now see that where the government is focusing attention should tell us that that is where they are worried more? That means that the activities of people like Olamide and you and I is causing them more sleepless nights. So in your analogy, it is not the elephant that is their problem. Do you understand? The reason why, the fact that they are chasing the grasshopper in people like Olamide and Mia, it shows that our activity is yielding some dividends. We must continue. That's what it's telling me. We may look at ourselves as grasshopper, but let me tell you, that thing is like a pin. Maybe, if an insect is inside your ear, you cannot sleep. Your small ear, you cannot sleep. Or if there is this tick, if tick go inside your junction, your junction here, and go and perch in the tip of your junction, you will not sleep now, as tiny as it is. So you just revealed something. As you are talking, I'm like, how come they will leave all the big problems in Nigeria and IGP with Tinubu's son, with who again will team up to fight this person? It tells us something. Go ahead, sir.
Okay, so I need to also spotlight the fact that the Nigerian police is on a ridiculous errand. Why I said so is that the Seyi Tinubu that they say that Olamide cyberbullied is enjoying his best of life. He did not write any formal petition to the Nigerian police to complain. I am not sure that he even watched the clip that they are talking about. So it just shows you how idle they are. These are idle people in high positions, men with small minds. And that is the problem with Nigeria. We have small-minded men holding big positions, and they are incapable of using their small minds to drive that office for the greater good of the Nigerian people. That is exactly what's going on. Across the length and breadth of this country, you find visionless and small-minded men all across the length and breadth of governmental positions. These are the kind of people who run the affairs of this country. That is why you continue to have very negative returns on all sides. The indicators, the indices show clearly that Nigeria is losing it on all fronts. Is it exchange rate you want to talk about? Is it inflation? Is it unemployment? Is it insecurity? There is no aspect of our national life that this government has been able to successfully fix. So a busy government, I put it again very clearly, that a busy government, a government that is truly invested in finding and providing solutions to the myriad of problems that our people face, will not be bothered about a clip that they said was allegedly made to abuse them. It shows you how small-minded these people are. Because as I am, I will be less bothered if somebody makes such a post about me, and I do not occupy such kind of offices. Seyi Tinubu is not complaining. The IG is the one complaining. Adejobi is the one complaining. These are people who wield so much powers. So what the whole thing has shown is that, I say it again, the Nigerian police is idle. It is peopled by indolent people, and all the resources, the manpower, the energies they have, they are not capable of channeling it to anything positive. Only recently, on the same social media that they said that they saw Olamide cursing them, ask the Nigerian police if they did not watch on that same social media how a bandit was displaying money that they collected as ransom. Bello Toji, the name is in there. The man was celebrating the ransom that he collected with AK-45 or AK-47 with him. He was celebrating. He put it on TikTok. He was openly defiling the Nigerian government. What did the Nigerian police do? Did they use all the enormous might and resources they have to track Bello Toji? Did they use it? So it is very clear that this current Nigerian police, I repeat, is not capable of using the resources at its disposal for anything good. That is just the truth. That's how we summarize it.
Thank you very much. Let me, Larry, I'm going to bring you to talk a little bit more, and then we'll go over to what we're doing to help her legally. I want Dr. Oyeghe to speak to that. Actually, you know what? Let me bring in Dr. Oyeghe. Please, Barrister, let us understand the kind of legal battle that we're faced with in Comrade Olamide's case, and what proactive action we have taken or we need to take, because these people who are now it's a fight, it's a war between us and them. We just can't rely on voicing our opinion or our grievances on social media. We have to put the rubber to the road and do some practical things. So please let us know how the front is looking legally.
Thank you, Dr. Chidi. Now, we are not putting our hope, our trust, and our arsenals on social media. Social media is only serving as a platform to ventilate our remonstrance and to communicate to the public the exact position or situation of things. We are in the field. We are not banking on social media. It is what transpired in the field that we communicate for publication. So we are not banking on social media. Let me say this. With respect to the legal battle, sir, since Friday or when Olamide was arrested, and Saturday or Sunday when she was brought to Abuja, it has been a whole lot of battle. A whole lot of battle. Sometimes to even have access to Olamide could be very tasky. Like I mentioned, Olamide was arrested on Friday, and our statement was only recorded day before on Wednesday. In other words, it took the police 5 or 6 clear days for our statement to be recorded. So I've been in practice for over a decade, and I can tell you that once your client is arrested, the first person you see, the first person that will identify him or herself is the IPO, and the IPO will gladly give you his or her phone number for ease of communication, particularly in FCT. But in Olamide's case, up to today, sir, I don't know the IPO. I don't have the IPO's number. The female police officer, Rukaya, what's her name, that seemed to be like the IPO, refused to disclose herself as the IPO till today. She refused to avail us her phone number. When we saw this handwriting on the legal battle, when we saw this handwriting, we know that there was nothing. We can't get justice. We can't get fair investigation at the police force. And for the fact that Olamide, because the constitution is very, very clear, that every citizen of Nigeria is entitled to the dignity of a person. The same way every citizen of Nigeria is entitled to liberty. Section 34 and 35 of the Constitution provides for the right to liberty and dignity. So when we realize that the right of Olamide has been breached, because the law is that you should not detain someone beyond 24 or 48 hours. So from the moment Olamide was detained beyond 48 hours, what did we do? We filed the fundamental rights suit, which was circulated across several social media platforms. And when they are aware, when they got notice that the fundamental rights suit was filed, they quickly profiled the charge against her. So as we are talking to you now, we have a fundamental rights suit for the enforcement of the right of Olamide, filed at the Federal High Court of the FCT, pending before Honorable Justice Liman. And then after, in fact, we also filed a motion ex parte for our bail. When immediately we were leaving the court, our attention was drawn to the fact that they are arraigning now before the same Federal High Court, but another court, another judge, Honorable Justice Emeka Wite. So immediately we finished from the fundamental rights, attending to the fundamental rights suit, we rushed to Honorable Justice Emeka Wite's court. But being that she was just served the charge a day before that day, on Thursday, and we only got the charge on Friday, which was yesterday, there was no way we could have filed the formal application for a bail. As the lead counsel, a senior advocate of Nigeria, TJ Aondo, applied orally because the offense he charged for is a bailable offense. He applied orally for a bail, and the court, for whatever reason, or being a court of record, said no, come formally by filing a formal application for a bail. When you file the formal application for a bail, we are going to give you a date. On the basis of that, remember the criminal matter came up yesterday, and we told the court, because we know what this is all about. We know why she's arraigned on Friday. We ran round the clock to make sure we file our motion for bail. Well, we have filed the motion for bail. So we are going back to the same court. We know next week there are several public holidays. December, the Christmas celebration is on Wednesday and all of that. But be that as it may, we will do what we can do for sake of the record by applying for a date for the hearing of our motion for bail. Meanwhile, before the charge was filed, when we filed the fundamental rights, we also filed a motion ex parte for a bail. That motion ex parte has been argued and is slated for Monday for the ruling. So we await the ruling. For whatever it is worth, we await the ruling. But the the criminal matter is adjourned to Monday, the 30th of December for hearing.
Okay.
So these are the legal battles. So as at now, Olamide has a civil suit against the IGP, against the Nigerian Police Force, and against the head of the cybercrime, the CP in charge of the cybercrime unit, on her part. While the police on her part has filed a criminal charge against her. So the two matters are running at the moment.
Okay, that's what I was going to. I like the way you simplified it. So that when it's not every time we see you guys in court, sometimes you're going there because of the case that we have filed. And
Yes.
Sometimes you're going there because you are answering to their own case that they filed against us. Okay.
Yes.
Well, now let me understand this about law and filing of cases. I noticed that when these guys commence their bullying tactics, because they are really the ones who are bullying. When they commence in their bullying practice, they keep on filing so many suits, suit against suit against suit, and it keeps coming up. Is there a way of saying no? You cannot continue to file these cases against this individual. It is witch hunting. It is supposed to just keep dragging this person up and down, because we can, from a layman perspective, we can read between the lines that they're just doing this to frustrate whatever legal defense this person is mounting. How do you prevent this kind of thing from going on?
Yes. Now, sir, every case is judged on its own merits. I will not speak to other cases or other antecedents of the police or other law enforcement agencies. If they file multiple charges, the lawyers in those matters know what they do. They know what to do. There's what we call abuse of process. If I file a case against you today, and I'm filing a similar case against you in another court, there's what we call abuse of process.
Mm-hmm.
There are instances where, from experience, where the EFCC may file a charge against A in the FCT High Court and file a charge against the same A in the Federal High Court. What we do is that we will file what we call a notice of preliminary objection in the court where the second charge was filed. We will attach a copy of the charge that was filed in the first court. And often always, if the court looks at it, most likely the court will dismiss the charge that was filed in the second court for being abusive. So in Olamide's case, they've not done that. But if they do that, we know what to do. But in Olamide's case, as it stands now, only one charge has been filed. And we will not speak into the merit of the charge. The only thing we can assure Nigerians is that if the police, if the complainants, if the prosecutors are ready, we are ready.
I like that.
Yes, we are ready. As a matter of fact, sir, like we said, the to show our willingness, the court in its wisdom said whenever we file our motion for bail, they are going to give us a date. So we wait for a date for the bail. But the substantive charge is coming up on 30th of December. If they are ready, we are going ready. They should come with their witness. They should come with whoever their witness is. If it is Sheikh Tinubu that was allegedly defamed criminally, who is afraid of his life, let him come. If it is the IGP, Mr. Egbetokun, let him come. And if it is the first PRO, Adejobi, let him come. Whoever
So
the witness is.
I have a question. So you mean, what if these people don't appear in court? Will the case
It is
go
not
on?
my matter. I'm saying that it is a matter of it is he who asserts must prove. The law of evidence is clear, section 132 and all of that. The burden of proof is on he who asserts. And in a criminal matter, the standard of proof is beyond reasonable doubt. So it is not, I'm just saying that whoever they brings, if it is CSP Momoka, who is the head of the cybercrime unit that led the team, whoever they want to bring, we are ready. From their charge, they have listed just one witness. They might bring more witnesses. We don't want to. It's for the police to do their matter. But from their charge, the list of witnesses, they listed just one witness: CSP Omaka Udodima and team. So we are waiting for the CSP Omaka and his team to come. They should come with their proof. They should come with their evidence. The only thing we are assuring Nigerians is that as far as Olamide's case is concerned, if the police are ready, we are ready. Even if trial is to commence today, we are ready.
Thank you so
Mind
much.
you, they served out the charge very late on Friday at such an hour where we could not even have gotten the charge. If we had even gotten the charge on that same Thursday, we would have filed our motion for bail very early on Friday. But we got the charge on Friday. And sir, we filed our motion for bail on the same Friday.
You see, one thing that is very shameful. One thing that is very shameful is that these people with all their power, they're still hiding. You know, when it's like somebody who wants to go and sleep with somebody's husband, you know, no matter how rich they are, they will now, or a rich person with all the money they have, they can still go, sorry, we lost him and hopefully he'll come back. How is it that with all the power that these people have, they will still have to hide, masquerade, go and use crooked way to be trying to have their way? Why don't you come through the door? Why don't you just knock in front? You file the case at a time when it will be difficult for them to respond. Then you go and arrest the person's uncle so that you can get to the person. Why don't they just come straight? Why don't they just come straight and do whatever why must they keep masquerading? I think that they made a mistake in touching somebody who is a member of the Take It Back movement. I think they made a mistake in touching somebody who is an activist and a revolutionary. But like I told you, I think this is an experiment that they are undertaking, because once they succeed, then they will send a message out to the other people, because they know their enemies are plenty. Okay, gentlemen, I'm not going to leave you guys I'm not going to keep you guys for a very long time. It is Saturday. It's close to Christmas. Everybody's running up and down. Please, I would like for you to tell the Nigerian people. I have seen that you're ready. Your team is ready. The movement is ready. All activists have been activated, especially right now against the judiciary. So we are ready for them. Please, we want to know how the general public, can contribute in what is going on. Let us know how we can be part of this case. In what way can we contribute as we begin to round off? Go ahead, sir.
Yes, thank you. One of the ways the movement and the general public can contribute to this matter, and generally, it's first, the general public should not be intimidated. They should not be cowed. Whatever we are reporting or whatever is being reported represent the true state of affairs. We will not mislead Nigerians. We will not do that. And we must always let the general public know that on our part, we are not relenting. And activist Olamide is in high and strong spirit. She's not being bowed. She's not being cowed. She, in fact, as at yesterday or day before yesterday, she made it very known that she has gathered a lot of experience as someone who has served as a private investigator and as an undercover for years. She has seen a lot of ills in the Nigerian police force. And that when she come out, that was the last memo she sent to us. That when she come out, she will make the general public know these ills in the Nigerian police force. That she has to, for her, is an experience. So she's in high spirit. I want the general public to remain firm and resolute in their struggle, in their conviction. Activism is conviction. If you know that if you know that what you are doing is right, you are pursuing a just cause, we should not be intimidated. The forces, the state actors must always want to turn down, to be repressive, to cow dissenting and rising voices, but we should not give up. So the general public must remain firm and resolute in their conviction. They must do that which they know is right. On one part, we will always do that which is right. We will continue to fight for as many harmless Nigerians that have been subjected to inhuman and degrading treatment, that have been subject to all manner of charges. We will be there for them. We will continue to stand for them. We will not give up. Since Monday, we have been visiting either the FCID or the Cybercrime Center. We have seen a lot of, as at yesterday, it was reported all over the media. One of our staff and our lawyer was assaulted. He was assaulted. What was his offense? After recording Olamide's statement on Thursday, as he was about leaving, Olamide slumped and collapsed, and he was called back. So, and when he got there, he asked, "Why? What is the issue?" They told him, "Olamide, your client collapsed." And he told them, "But I've been telling you that she should be taken to the hospital for medication." And what did the assistant director admin say? That he will not leave until Olamide recovers or is resuscitated. Is he a doctor? Is he a doctor? And when he refused being detained, he was assaulted. It's all over the media. And so on our own part, and as at yesterday, we were all in court together. So we will not give up. We saw this coming, and it did not happen as a surprise. So if the police is ready, we are ready to defend the charge to a logical conclusion.
Thank you very much. What I would recommend to anybody, I just posted my number there in the comment section. If you want to be part of this effort, because so many things are happening, so many things are actually going on that we cannot begin to reveal here in the public. But if you are interested in this matter, if you are interested in so many other matters, that these are good Nigerians who have taken it upon themselves to volunteer for this case. They are not being paid. So please, if you want to join in this crusade in whatever way you can, please reach out to me. My number is 647-989-2837. I will connect you to these lawyers. I'll connect you to other comrades who are doing other things to see that these individuals are supported. It's not only Olamide, it's not only Dele Farotimi that you see. There are tons of people out there. There are things that, especially these human rights lawyers, are doing that is not being brought out to the public. Dr. S.M. Oyeghe, I want to appreciate you. I want to thank you on behalf of all comrades, on behalf of everybody who has a consciousness towards helping the intimidated and the downtrodden in our community. I want to thank you very much. I want to thank every member of your team. I know it's not only you. There are so many of you. In fact, I have, I think I have, where did in fact, I would like you to mention, now that you're here, I'd like you to mention some of those lawyers who are working with you on this case. They are worthy of mention. Please go ahead.
Yes, there are quite a number of them. First, as at the proceeding of yesterday, we were led by a senior advocate of Nigeria, TJ Aondo, senior advocate of Nigeria, my humble self, Mr. Inibe Esquire is part of it. Abubakar Marshall Esquire is part of the team. We also have Joseph Opute is also online, is part of the team. Tokwe Temokon is part of the team. IB Ahmad Esquire is part of the team. J.A. Eko is part of the team. Ernest Okpaga is part of the team. You know, so those are part of the members of the legal team on this matter.
Okay, thank you.
And I extend my greetings, particularly to my dear brother Joseph Opute. You know, we got to connect ourselves. You know, that's part of the beauty of law. One case must connect people together. This matter connected us together. Unlike my friend, Barrister Inibe Effiong, we've known each other for almost 12, 13 years now, since when we're in university. So it's a brother to me. You know, for Joseph Opute and for Masha, we are all in Abubakar Masha, we are all in Abuja together. He's working with Femi Falana SAN. We've been doing, in fact, we are even part of the End Bad Governance protest team, the protesters that we arranged. The same Just Honorable Emeka and we are in the matter together, and we've done several cases together. So we always see each other. But for my brother Joseph Opute, we got to connect ourselves in the course of this Olamide's matter, and I appreciate him so much. He's been very committed and diligent. He really wants to know every detail about the production of this matter. That shows that he's committed in the struggle. I really appreciate him. And likewise, all our colleagues and even our Learned Silk, we really thank them. Thank you so much. And for my dear brother, Dr. Chidi, we thank you so much for taking it upon yourself to even host us in this program. The public is watching. The general public is watching. So it's another venue to sensitize the public as to what exactly the real issue is in this matter. The first PR has made his intention known that if he insult somebody is a criminal offense, and we have told him his position is not backed up by law. And if there's any law, he should tell us. He should tell us. It's misleading the public. There are conduct, actions that could amount to criminal defamation. But the law of defamation as a civil offense is still there. So we have made all of that known. So we thank the legal team, the civic space, the social media, and our host, Dr. Chidi. Thank you so much. We are all brothers in the struggle.
Thank you. Thank you very much, my brother. God will protect you and give you guys the strength to do what you're doing. Thanks for coming, okay? All right. All right, guys. That was my guest. One thing I want you to know is that all these people that he has called, almost 99% of them take on these cases pro bono. That is the way that civil rights lawyers do their things. They just jump into a case. They don't even want to know. They just jump into the thing. Permit me to use the word blindly. They just jump in and then they begin to ask questions. The only thing they need to know to jump in is that this person is being ill-treated. They just jump in. They don't care about their transportation. They don't care about their feeding. They don't care about their accommodation. They just go. Sometimes when they reach there, the police will, because they go there when when the act is being perpetrated, when it is still fresh, when the people who are taking orders from a big oga are still acting like animals. So a lot of times when they come there, when the public hasn't even been sensitized, they confront these people head on, and so they get beaten, they get locked up, they get they just get rough handled. It is only down the road when the public begins to hear about the case, when other people get involved, that is when they now begin to be treated a little differently, because now the case is in the eye of the public. So I appreciate what they do, and I want us to also appreciate them that by finding out who they are. Send out a tweet to encourage them. Go to their website, advertise their website, because they also have other cases that they have to attend to apart from these cases that you see. So on behalf of another people I want to thank is the Take It Back movement, and especially Oyeghe Shore, who many may not understand. Of course, is the convener of the Take It Back movement and the Revolution Now movement, and the leader of the African Action Congress. There is a lot that goes on behind the scene. Sometimes you don't see us come. Sometimes I disappear from the scene. It doesn't mean we're not attending to these cases. Some will just send a lawyer and they attend to the case, and the sense of reason takes preeminence in the case, and whoever is the perpetrator comes to their senses, and the case is settled quietly. You don't get to hear it in the news. The only time you see us actually going this far is when pride and stubbornness and foolishness makes these people act the way they are acting, when they refuse to yield to the voice of reason, because sometimes they do these things out of ignorance. And so when we approach them with our lawyers, we say, hey, this is what you're doing. This is the consequence of what you're doing. But sometimes, as we say, foolishness and pride and ignorance makes them not to listen. And so they take the fight further. But you heard our lawyer say that we are ready, always ready. They will continue to hear from us. We don't back, because we are the people. We are the people. Those that are for us are more than those that are against us. The people that are perpetrating all this nonsense, they're not up to, they don't reach 1,000 now. If you calculate all these big people, all the Tinubu people, Shea people, IG of police, they're not up to 1,000 people doing all this thing. But us, do you know how many we are? Do you know? Do you have an idea? So we'll always win in the end, because truth prevails over evil and falsehood. So I'd like to thank Oyeghe Shore. I'd like to thank the Take It Back movement. I'd like to thank Revolution Now movement. I'd like to thank everybody who is a social activist out there, people on Twitter, people on Facebook, people on TikTok, on every other social media handle, on WhatsApp, on Instagram, everywhere you are, lending a voice to the intimidation and marginalization of people. May the force be with you. May God grant you wisdom and strength to keep doing what you're doing. And for everybody out there incarcerated, I want you to give up hope. We're working hard to make sure that you release, and one day freedom will be yours. On behalf of Dr. Erica, and on behalf of every member of our team here in Toronto, Canada, I want to thank you for listening, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.